Welcome to the Motocross Supercross podcast. Podcast.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Motocross Supercross podcast.
What is up, everybody? This is episode 214 of the Motocross Supercross podcast. We're going to recap the 450 class from the round 15 in Denver, Colorado. I am Adam, here with Claudio. What's up, Adam?
What's up? What's up, man? What's up? Dude, that was pretty good. That was not bad. Not bad. Dude, that was a tongue twister, though. Round 214, round 15, 450 recap. That's what's going on this episode. But really, bro, what's up?
Finally back. Like we mentioned in our last podcast, we took a little break. We were a little overwhelmed, but we're here to recap this race, and it was a good one, a mile high.
Mile high, that's right, and it was a great race. We saw so much happen. Eli's hometown, we got Cooper Webb up in the points, and what we kind of wanted to happen went down. So let's just jump into all this madness that went down, starting with the qualifying, which it snowed during, which was pretty crazy and
which
exciting.
Was awesome.
And dude, I was sitting there, whenever I was watching everyone go around, I was thinking, like, we all know that one rider who just like yells whenever they get on the back of someone, like, move, 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 and just like, you know what I'm saying, who just like kind of goes crazy to get people out of the way. And I was like, which one of these riders is that person? And who, do you have a guess?
Cooper Webb.
Yeah, it was definitely Cooper Webb, in front of me. Dude, right in front of me. It was Adam Enticknap. Literally right as I'm thinking this, Adam Enticknap was like there, and Cooper Webb was on a heater, and he was just like, move! It was so funny. Literally
just
right in front
revving him up. Yeah, bike's too lit, bro.
I was happy. Dude, I was just happy I got to see that because, like I was saying, I was just thinking about who that person is, and I found him. But we got to see if there's anyone else. He might not be the only one.
And then if you guys were up with us, we were in live a couple of times, and like you said, it was snowing. It was great. Eli Tomac with the fastest lap time, though, with a 42.9. He was doing that little section in front of us, that triple, and he was like, I don't know what you would call it, but he was landing in that second step on, and that's what gave him this advantage over everybody else who kind of started doing it, but it was too late because Eli Tomac already, perfected it, and they started doing it in the main, so it was not happening.
That's right. And whenever we were looking at the lap times too, so Marvin got second, and Joey Savacci, who got third, which is crazy because he was not looking fast at all in practice. He was literally rolling every single jump out there, and he would just put in like one lap, and the rest of the time he was rolling the jump. So it surprised me because it looked like, I don't know if that shoulder was still bothering him, but that's how his practice went. Rolled every single jump the entire time.
You know what they say, smooth is, or slow is smooth. How's it go again?
Slow and steady wins the race. Like, I don't know. What are you talking about? The tortoise and the hare? Is that a reference?
No, no. It's like slow is smooth, smooth is fast, or something like that.
Yeah, let's go with that. Smooth is fast, but he did not look fast, but apparently he was fast. Yeah. So third fastest, Dean Wilson was also fast. Cooper Webb with the fifth fastest time. Zach Osborne 6th. Cole Seeley 7th. Ken Roxon, though, person I picked to win this race, all the way back there in 8th fastest. So struggled for him, and like we say this every week, but it's just the lap times. So why don't we just jump into 450 heat number 1?
Yeah, 450 heat number 1, bro. Justin Bogle, he had a great jump, and he's going to be followed by Blake Baggett. Zach Osborne right there, Marvin Musquin right there, Wilson and Roxon on this one as well. Roxon will try and make a move on Marvin Musquin, though, and he does, but the Frenchman won't let it go easy, and eventually Roxon will get him, but it was a little hard for him.
It was just crazy because it's like, all right, we got Ken Roxon and Marvin Musquin battling in this race for fourth place.
Exactly.
It's like they should be up front battling for first and second for first place, not fourth place. But Bogle looked awesome, really good.
Yeah, he really did. And someone that we used to seeing in fourth place was actually sitting in second place, and that's Blake Baggett, who will make a mistake though, and who will give up the second spot to Zach Osborne. I think that's about it that happened in this race though. It was not too eventful, but it was a good one. You know, we had good or not good, but new people up front, which is awesome for me.
Yeah, Baggett, he was just happy he didn't crash, because when he slid out there and Osborne got by him, like he could have went down a couple different ways there. But dude, the coolest thing, Bogle obviously winning is awesome, but his trick, dude, it was like a catwalk or something, like a can. It was cool. It was dope. I loved it.
He looked like the flying Hawaiian. Remember that guy?
Yeah, dude. Clifford Adaptante. Yeah, he had like the long hair and stuff. He was just like super chill.
Yeah, that's him.
But yeah, Bogle, man, that was just cool. You got to do a trick. Yeah. He did a trick. Loved it.
Just like his roommate Colt Nichols, he will not get fined by us, as he got the win and did a trick. Zach Osborne will get second. Blake Baggett with third. Ken Roxon in fourth. Martin Musquin in fifth. Dean Wilson in sixth. Tyler Bowers in seventh. Ryan Breeze in eighth. And then Kyle Chisholm to take that ninth spot.
Yep, so let's go ahead and jump into heat number 2. Heat number 2 was awesome because my boy Cole Seeley had a great start.
Yeah, your boy Cole Seeley, he will get the whole shot. He will be followed by the points leader Cooper Webb and the Cowie boys Eli Tomac and Joey Sabachi right there as well, which is good. There was a lot more names on this one than the first heat though, but it was going to be Webb and Tomac, who were already bumping bars right at the beginning, and it hasn't even one lap in, and that's I feel like Eli Tomac should have let him know that he wants his championship and just taking him out. But Eli Tomac's a gentleman, you know.
Dude, that battle between them two was pretty awesome, though. It was like main event kind of style battle, and they were really going at it. And yeah, when Tomac like made contact with him and stuff, and Ralph had to ask everybody, "Oh, did you think that was like okay? Was that pass like good? Did you think it was dirty?" And everyone's like, "No, it wasn't dirty, Ralph. Like, it was not a dirty pass."
I feel like he was trolling, you know. I feel like he was trying to see what Ricky Carmichael would say, because, as we know, he's been doing some crazy calling in the booth. So a lot of people are not happy with him either. So Cooper Webb, who tried and put a move on Joey Sabachi, who was sitting in second at this point, will not be successful. But not only that, Eli Tomac tried to sneak in a pass on the outside, almost landing on his teammate after the whoops.
Yeah, whenever both of them caught up to Joey Sabachi, who was in second, it was like they were running really close right there. And the crowd like got super loud too right there at that point. And that was like a good battle with those three. And yeah, like you said, it did get pretty close. But Tomac was able to get both of them. And then Cooper Webb, he also got by Sabachi, and that was like the main excitement of this race, while Cole Seeley's just out front dominating everybody.
Yeah, he's out there just chilling, you know, while these guys are out here just kind of killing each other pretty much.
Dude, Josh Grant, too, he also like had a decent start. Like, he got his like best result probably so far, 5th place. But yeah, so Cole Seeley won. Eli Tomac got second in this heat. Cooper Webb third. Joey Sabachi fourth. Josh Grant fifth. Justin Hill sixth. Ben LeMay seventh. Austin Politelli eighth. And then 9th place, going to the main, Mike Alessi.
And his last race as well.
His last race. Finally his last race. People were saying it's his last race for a while, but it's now his last race. This LCQ, there's not really too much to even talk about for this race, because pretty much how they came out of that first corner is how they ran the entire race from start to finish. So there wasn't too much battling, but on the start of this race, it was Alex Ray, Carlin Gardner, Charles LaFrancois, and John Short out there. And then we saw John Short made a pass, and that's what happened.
Well, Carlin Gardner also, he made a pass on LaFrancois for 2nd place, and he positioned himself in a way better spot for the main event. Like you said, Short will make a pass on LaFrancois, but it's not going to be enough time for Adam Etignap to make the pass on LeFrancois as well, who dropped from, second place to fourth. And as you mentioned, not too much happening here. Alex Ray will take the win. Carlin Gardner in second, Jordan Shore in third, and then Charles LeFrancois, another main for him, in fourth. Maybe
That's
he needs
right.
to go to HEP.
And, well, I was just about to say, and fifth place, Adam Etignap. Fifth place again. He's came up just so short so many times. But, hey, better luck next week. You know what they say.
Close but not cigar, I guess.
Close but no cigar.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this main event because this was an exciting one. And it was just exciting because whenever we were there, it was just the crowd was so into it. Obviously, it was cold outside, and it was still kind of like, bright outside since they started early.
Yeah, and then before we even go on, I want to point out that we tried to start the wave so hard. And
so hard,
dude.
We almost had JJ to do it. It was so close, and then
he faked us out. But yeah, we tried starting the wave so hard, and then I think we got other sections of the stadium to maybe try starting it, but it was it was a total fail. It was very bad. That's until Eli Tomac came out. And this is why, because the whole show was going to go to Marvin Musquin, who snatched it from Joey Savacci in the last second. And Ryan Breeze with a great start as well, sitting in third after the start. Zach Osborne and Justin Bogle also right there with a good start. Eli Tomac and Cooper Webb just behind them. So they were not up front, which is, it makes things very interesting because those are the guys that we're going to see up front.
That's right. And Tomac, he does get by Webb pretty early. And then Brian Brees, he got by him. And then Bogle. And then it was just he worked his way up pretty quick to pass those three guys.
Yeah. He wasted no time whatsoever. He will closed up on Marvin Musquin, who was sitting in front at this point. And the reason I mentioned the wave situation is because Eli Tomac, as he goes around the track, people just get up. So you just he automatically started the wave, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was insane to watch because, like you said, whenever Eli Tomac got by Savacci, he was 2.5 seconds behind Marvin, and the whole crowd was just cheering for him so hard. And as he went around the track, you could tell where he was because everybody was standing up and cheering. It was the wave. We tried so hard to start the wave, and he just rides around the track, and boom. It was like that the entire race, too. It was insane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, though, Cooper Webb is in fifth place trying to work his way up, but it won't be easy because he has some big names to go around.
Yeah, meanwhile, Cooper Webb is battling Bogle for fourth, and obviously being the points leader, he's got to work his way up to the front, try and salvage as much points as he can. But the crowd gets really crazy and goes really loud whenever Eli Tomac makes that pass on Marvin for first place in the whoops.
Yeah, they went nuts. It was the loudest thing ever. And even Tomac says that.
Yeah, and after this happened, he was just unstoppable, of course, and just started dominating everyone. And yeah, like you said, after the race, he just said how loud and stuff it was. He was super giddy after the race. He could not stop smiling. That was a big win, and just happy for him. But
yeah, he won at home, so that's good. He had that line though, the one that I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, in that rhythm section, and he was the only one doing it until the main event, and that's how he got Marvin Musquin. That's he started doing it. He started gapping everyone pretty much. Cooper Webb will eventually get Bogle, and now he dealt with Joey Savacci, and then these two had a pass, and it won't be any different here because they battle for a couple of laps, but Joey Savacci will eventually give the position to Webb.
And yeah, meanwhile, Ken Roxon, did not have a great start, did not really even have a great night at all. But he was, finally working his way up to, sixth or something. Just not really good out there. But another person who didn't have a good night, Dean Wilson, because we saw the red cross flags out this race, and that's because Dean Wilson went face first into one of those jumps at that rhythm section right in front of us.
That's right. Dean Wilson, another crowd favorite for the Supercross season, obviously not necessarily for Denver, will go down very hard in that rhythm section where Tomac was doing that incredible line. It looked like he hit neutral or something, but he slammed right into that face of that second step on.
Yeah,
or
he
that
did.
tabletop.
Yeah, and it looked bad. Like, I was concerned. I thought they were going to red flag the race for a second. That would have made things really, really interesting, but they didn't. They didn't, and they actually got him scooped up pretty quick, and looks like another shoulder injury.
That's right. It is another shoulder injury. I got some updates from Dean Wilson. He is out for the rest of the season, which is a bummer. But this is what he says. He said, such a massive gut punch on Saturday, just as I was gaining good momentum, riding well, feeling good, and chasing my first win. Things turned into the blink of an eye. Started off Denver topping free practice, then went on the qualifying position 1, and then he ended up qualifying 2nd. Didn't get a cleanest lap and ended up with a 4th. On the main event, I was running around 7th on the lap 7. Moving forward, as I came around for that rhythm section, I triple in and something freaked happened, causing the bike to nosedive after I triple in and pile driving me into the ground. The tough part of this is I have been trying so hard this year to be back where I need to be, trying to get a job for next year. It's tough just hoping to have a ride each year. Second part is people saying Wilson's hurt again. Big surprise there, when it was something that wasn't my fault. It's a tough pill to swallow. I injured my shoulder and got a concussion on my kidneys. Got MRI. Good news is I dodged a bullet on my shoulder, and I'm just going to give it a few weeks of rest and therapy and see where we're at. Huge disappointment to the end of my Supercross season. Thanks to the whole team for everything and everybody checking on me. I really appreciate it. I will be back.
Well, that's a bummer that he's going to be out for the rest of the season, and it definitely looks scary, but it looks like it definitely could have been worse. So speedy recovery to him. It was a great season for him, He was doing awesome. So Really sucks that he just couldn't finish those last 3 races. But that's all right. That's all right. We'll see him soon. We will definitely see him soon. The other thing that happened this race is Cooper Webb got Marvin Musquin at the very end of this race for 2nd place. Was able to salvage a couple more points, got him in the whoops. So Marvin got passed in the whoops both times, so not a good whoop night for Marvin. He couldn't jump through him, I guess. But Eli Tomac won this race. Cooper Webb got 2nd. Marvin Musquin got 3rd. Justin Bogle got 4th. Joey Savacci got 5th. Blake Baggett got 6th. Ken Roxon got 7th. Zach Osborne got 8th. Josh Grant got 9th. Justin Hill got 10th. Tyler Bowers got 11th. Ben LeMay got 12th. Kyle Chisholm got 13th. Ryan Brees got 14th. Alex Ray got 15th. Carlin Gardner got 16th. John Short got 17th. Charles LeFrancois got 18th. Cole Seeley got 19th. Dean Wilson got 20th. Austin Politelli got 21st. And Mike Alessi, 22nd place.
Not what you want to do in your last race, but, he did good. I feel like for someone that's been out of the sport for 2 years, he made every main, so that's good.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. So let's look at these points. There is only 2 races left now, East Rutherford and Las Vegas. So Eli Tomac is
18 points behind Cooper Webb.
Yeah, 18 points behind Cooper Webb. That is kind of a lot of points. That is a lot. So if anything is going to happen this week, then it's got to happen this week. We need this to come down to Vegas. If Cooper Webb wins this race, then and Tomac does worse than 5th, then it's over. He could wrap this championship up for sure. So it's actually mathematically possible that Cooper Webb wraps up this championship. Although, we saw with Faulkner, anything can happen. And exactly. I was just going to say the other side of the spectrum. If Cooper Webb does worse than 15th and Eli Tomac wins this race, then he's back in it.
Yeah, 2 races. That's a lot, man. That's a lot of laps, and anything can happen.
So we also have Marvin Musquin. It looks like he's out of it right now. He only has 309 points, and he is 23 points behind them. So he's not technically 100% out of it, but we're going to know a lot this weekend. But Ken Roxon he's back there in 4th, 283. Just a terrible last couple weeks. Was not able to get this thing going again. Blake Baggett's in 5th. Dean Wilson, who just got hurt, is in 6th. And I don't know if Joey Savacci will be able to pass him. 223 to 192. So he looks like he might be safe there in that 6th spot.
Tough luck. That's for sure.
Yep, tough luck. And Cole Seeley's in 8th, Bogle's in 9th, and Barsha 10th place, rounding out these points. And he's out too, along with Reed. There's a lot of people out right now. Justin Brayton.
Yeah. Speaking of Chad Reed, we know that he wants to come back for Vegas. I know he's working very, very hard to do that. And he's wearing a sling for his broken scapula, but it's more prevention than anything. That's what the team is saying. He's got 8 broken ribs, and they're healing nicely, they say, and don't seem to bother him too much. He's still blowing into the breathing tester after he collapsed long, and he's still planning to race Vegas, and that's 2 weeks away. So, I mean, damn.
The legend. Well, I think that'll pretty much do it for this 450 recap of what went down in Denver, this round 15 race. Tune into our next episode where we preview this MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, New York City, whatever you want to call it, race. It's definitely going to be a good one. This season is almost over. So is there anything else we should add, Claudio?
No, man, I think we got it. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Make sure you guys are checking us out at MXSX Podcast. And that's it. See you next time. Peace.